Danny, how much are you looking forward to testing yourselves against the League One leaders this weekend then?
Yeah, looking forward to the game. A lot of people myself included, using the phrase free hit. I think we've got to be careful myself saying that really, because it might give the wrong impression that you're just turning up and having a game of football, where it really means something to us, this game in the FA Cup. It's a different pressure to a league game, completely different. I think everyone can go to the game with a little bit less anxiety and nerves in their belly turning up, but oh yeah, we want to win. They're a hell of a good team. They haven't lost this season. Going into last season, it's silly the amount of games they've gone unbeaten. They've only conceded 10 goals, and they are top of that league for a reason. I'm pretty sure they'll end up in the Championship next year. So hopefully we'll be in League Two, and that's where our priorities still lie. But you're right, to test ourselves against a team who are absolutely flying, like ourselves, is going to be a real challenge, but a challenge we look forward to.
With it being a cup game, has there been a bit of a different vibe in training this week?
No, not at all. We had the same preparation for Kettering as we did for Kidderminster, for example, and it's going to be the same this week. If anything, there's probably been a little bit more got into Portsmouth, only because we've had the time, an extra day, and to really research them and watch them a few times, and plan our strategy. So we've got today to go through some stuff, tomorrow to go through some more stuff, and then Sunday it's all over to the players.
Do you fancy your chances of causing a big upset then?
I think you've got to, really, when you're top of your league. I think if we were playing a team top of the Northern Premier, or Southern Prem, or Isthmian Prem, they'd fancy their chance, especially if we were going to their place. It'd be tough, So I think if we were mid-table or having a real poor season ourselves, it's 1 in a million shot. Obviously, they're the favourites, and rightly so, but we give ourselves a real good chance. We're going in it to win the game, knowing that if we don't, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we fancy ourselves to cause an upset, which it would be, because they're a very good team in a much better league position than we are at the moment, i.e. League One.
How nice is it to go into a game as the underdogs for once?
Yeah, I said the same thing to you last year before Northampton and Wimbledon. Yes, we probably see ourselves as similar, albeit bigger, potentially, in terms of infrastructure and fan base in them two teams. And I mean that with respect, but they were still leagues above us, or a league above us. So, yeah, it is a real different feeling. You want to win. There'll still be excitement and nerves, obviously, but it isn't that same feeling as the league game. That's just stating the obvious. Knowing it's going to be a packed house, but saying that, when do we not have a packed house? I think the difference is with most of our games here, the other team don't bring too many, unless it's a club with a following similar to ourselves. Portsmouth should probably pack out that stand behind the goal. Different kick-off time. Cameras are here. So I think it's a day to be excited for supporters. I think it's more a day for the fans, really, than the players and staff, because they travel all over the country watching us in grounds sometimes where they can't fit all our fans in, and now they've got a game where they can turn up. Cameras are here. They can sing their hearts out and show the country what a good club we are.
As you mentioned earlier on, I think they're 26 games unbeaten going back to March last season. What have you made of them from what you've seen of them?
Yeah, good. Good team. Very good team. Yeah, good team, and you watch videos and clips and you're looking for weak points and you try and find them. And there's obviously areas we think we can hurt them, like I'm sure there's areas that they think they can hurt us. They've got a centre forward who's very powerful, Bishop. They play a certain way, they're structured, they all sing off the same page. And what else is there similar to us? For their level, they're probably one of, if not the biggest club, like we are, and it does help when you've got that home support behind you, and they have that at Fratton Park every week. But like ourselves, they've been going away from home and doing it this year as well. So, yeah, they tick a hell of a lot of boxes. That's why they're top of the league. Saying that, we feel that if we really turn up and they have a bit of an off day, we got a good chance.
Have you allowed yourself to dream a little bit this week, thinking about what it might be like the end of the game and the seat on the town if you managed to beat them?
Oh, I think I might have had those dreams if West Brom didn't equalise in the last minute last year, because I remember 5 minutes to go I was thinking, in about 5 minutes this is going to be a pitch invasion and we're all going to be carried round the town. But 5 minutes later you're thinking, oh, we've got to go to Hawthorns on a Tuesday, that's going to be tough. So yeah, I think a bit of realism kicks in. And I think if you were going away at somewhere like Chelsea or Tottenham in the third round, you can dream, because realistically it's only going to be a dream that you go there and win those places. This could be a reality, that we beat Portsmouth and get into the second round of the FA Cup. We know that the odds are with them, and rightly so. And before you know it, we're focusing on Barnet, which is our bread and butter, and probably, in my opinion, a bigger game. But for the here and now, Portsmouth are coming into town. What a cracking fixture to have.
It doesn't seem to matter who you pick at the minute in terms of the players. They all just seem to perform. So how do you go about picking your team for Sunday then?
Yeah, with difficulty. From the goalkeeper all the way through to the substitutes, it's tough. I think the benefit this week, we get 9 subs. So I don't think there'll be anyone left out, which is great for the lads, because no one likes to be left out of a squad, let alone a starting 11 on a match day. So everyone should be involved, all of our first team lads anyway. So yeah, it's tough, because no doubt there'll be a couple of changes from Kidderminster, like there was before that, the game before that, etc, etc. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for the gaffer and us to pick that team, but as always it'd be a team that we feel can win this game specifically. And what's great with this group of lads at the minute, Liam, is they've seen that anyone can be left out and anyone can come back in, so it really does keep the morale high, even if you're not picked in the team. They're a good set of lads. They all want to be playing in the FA Cup against Portsmouth live on telly, but sadly there's going to be a few that miss out.
There's a few reunions this week as well, with the likes of Tom Naylor and Michael Jacobs. Have they said much about facing their former club potentially? Not really. I think any thoughts they might have on that, they probably keep to themselves. But they're players who've played in big clubs for many years now, so I don't think it will faze them. Obviously, Gary and the gaffer were part of probably the most successful time in Pompey's recent history. So I'm sure they're hugely popular there still for what they both achieved at the club. But like them two, their eyes are fully focused on helping us get the team set up to win. And Tom and Michael Jacobs, all they can think about as well is sort of getting this club into the second round of the FA Cup. So I'm sure there'll be a few handshakes and little bits of banter with the opposition after from those guys. But yeah, it's strictly professional at the moment. And do you think their experience will help with occasions like this? Because for the likes of Naylor and Jacobs, they're used to playing it at this level, aren't they? Yeah, I think their experience has helped from day one, really. And what I've been really, not surprised, but really blown away with is those lads' constant professionalism. We had a really professional squad of players here before them, and the notch has just gone up a little bit higher, and their standards tend to drive the others on higher as well. So yeah, I don't know. Listen, we've been on telly before. We get packed houses most weeks, so it's not going to be a shock to the lads. When I tell you that, guaranteed, when they walk on the pitch, whether Tom and Michael play or they don't play, the lads out there they are used to this environment now. I've had 2 or 3 years of it, and it still gets me going when you walk out for the kickoff and sit in a dugout and see an absolute packed house. But I'm getting used to it. The players have certainly got used to it, and nothing will faze them on Sunday if they stick to the game plan and play with that freedom which the gaffer gives them in that final third. If we defend properly, if we keep the ball, if we defend set pieces, all those things you need to do to win games, we could have a really, really good day and hopefully cause an upset. And just finally, just in terms of the injury news, is Joe Quigley still in his moon boot at the minute? Yeah, not long though. I think he's back running with the physio potentially Monday or Tuesday, which is great news. Obviously within that you have to say, well then that's the difference between jogging around the pitch and being available for selection. So hold fire on that. But yeah,
sadly with those boots it makes things look a lot worse than what they are. But it was a nasty ankle injury. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back on the grass next week.
And Tyrone Williams, he limped off, and I know initially you said it was cramp. Is that still the case?
Yeah, look, at the time Tyrone obviously said he felt it was cramp. Sadly, it's a bit worse than that, we feel. He's had a scan. We get the results back this morning, but he will be a major doubt for Sunday.
What's the nature of that? Was that hamstring, was it?
Thigh. So at the time on the side, he's holding his leg and we're thinking it's a bit of cramp, and he said it's cramp. So like I said in the interview after, we're all hoping it's cramp, but like I also said, you know, what players say and what the facts are sometimes are different. And Tyrone saying it's cramp, we had to wait to see really how the next few days followed. Sadly for T, it looks a little bit worse, and hopefully it will be just a little bit worse. But you know, we've got Miguel and obviously Ash Palmer that can play into those positions quite comfortably, so we're good for numbers.
It's a shame that, isn't it? Because he's been playing like everyone else. He has been playing really well. He's probably been the most consistent since he joined the club, I'd have thought. Yeah,
he's been absolutely a pleasure to work with since he signed. Actually, I've got to say they're all great lads, like I always bang on about. But he's a really good kid, and I think he's becoming like a bit of a cult hero with the punters, and they're really sort of warming to him. And not they didn't anyway, but I think his performances have gone up another notch. His athleticism, his confidence with the ball, his power has made him one of the main defenders in this league, let alone our squad. So yeah, big blow for him that it looks like he's going to miss the weekend. Like I say, we should have a little bit more info on that today and tomorrow.
Thanks for your time, Danny. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you, Liam. Thank you very much. Thank you.